What did I do for my high value husband to marry me? I think that is an excellent question in my community tab. And I'm going to tell you what I did. So you could get you one if that's what you want. Hey y'all, thank you for your love and support. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. I am wearing my judgmental shirt because y'all know we really judgmental over here on this channel. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for those of us picking up the books and leaving reviews really quick because I have a mentoring session at 6 p.m. In my community tab, I shared about a man who wrote in that he's been dating the girl for 2 years and she ain't kissing him and she won't kiss him passionately and blah. And I said, all I'm going to say is I met my husband, dated him, got engaged, got married. He bought a house and we had a baby all in 2 years. I don't think we had the baby. I think I was pregnant. And so this man is stringing this woman along for 2 years. Girl, please. But here's a very excellent question by Tommy. Shout out to Tommy. And I told Tommy I was going to do a video. He says, clearly a lot of women in the comment section don't get it. If a woman doesn't give you a reason to marry her, why should I propose to her then? We don't have to have sex, but at least show me something. The relationship seemed too one-sided anyway, which is why he broke it off as he should. Edit. Also, Janice, you're no stranger to premarital sex since you had your first child when you was a minor. I'm not saying that you had premarital sex to your now current husband before you two married, although it was possible, but I'm sure you did something bold to woo him and make him propose. You didn't just sit and let him do everything. I'm sure you worked your woman magic to make him marry you. And I said I will do a response video on this. This is a good question. So shout out to Tommy. I love the question. And I think Tommy's mindset is a lot of people's mindset, right? Which is why there are so many women being 10 years a girlfriend. Sorry, y'all. It's my daughter's phone. Being 10 years a girlfriend because you are trying to convince him to marry you. And so the men, they know you're trying to convince them. And so they are dangling the ring. Dangling the ring. Can I tie this on here? They're dangling the ring. Like, you need to get it. If you cook more, if you sex me more, if you suck it the way I like it, if you lick it like a lollipop. And they're dangling the ring. It's a ring. And they're dangling, and you're just trying to catch it, and you're just trying to catch it, and you're just trying to catch it. So what did I do for my husband to marry me? Nothing. Tommy, you're right. I did absolutely nothing for my husband to marry me. And the reason I did absolutely nothing for my husband to marry me is because I was already who he wanted. I wasn't trying to become who he wanted. I wasn't trying to learn to cook to get him to be interested in me. I knew how to cook. I wasn't trying to become a virtuous woman for him to be interested in me. I was already a virtuous woman. I wasn't trying to become a manager of a home. I was already managing my home. I wasn't trying to be a good mother. I was already a good mother. I wasn't trying to become financially stable. I was already financially stable. I wasn't trying to learn about money. I already knew about money. So I did absolutely nothing for my husband to marry me. And he didn't do anything for me to marry him. He was the man I wanted. He wasn't saved. He was in my top four. Must be born again. Must be a gentleman. Must be born again. Must be a tither. Must be a gentleman. Must have a career. Good paying career. Among other things, he did not have to become born again for me to marry him. He did not have to start tithing for me to marry him. He did not have to become a gentleman for me to marry him. He was already a gentleman. He was already a tither. He was already born again. He didn't have to go look for a good job. He was already in his job. That job, he was already there years, 10, 15 years. I didn't have to go become a good mother. I was already a good mother. I didn't have to become a virtuous woman. I was already a virtuous woman. I didn't have to go do surgeries to look like he wanted me to look. He liked natural women, more natural looking type of woman. And he always told me that I was smart. And when I wrote 23 Types of Guys, and I asked him, why did he marry me? And he said, well, I want to know why you married me and not the other guy. He always told me it was smart. He said, I told you I love smart women. He said, you didn't have to be smart like Condoleezza, but you at least have to be a Michelle. I was a smart woman. He said, like a sexy woman. You're sexy like Janet. I was sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, and I was sexy all at the same time. And he said, you was good with kids and a home like Mary Poppins. I didn't start becoming good to my child. I was already good to her. I was already a good homemaker. And I shared that me and my husband dates never lasted more than 2 hours. We never did dinner and a movie when we were dating. Why? My daughter was home and I need to get back home to her. So all of those things he was looking at like, wow, she's going home. We only had 2 hours. So I wasn't faking being a good mom. I was a good mother. I wasn't faking being a good woman. I was a good woman. I wasn't faking being modest. I was modest. I wasn't faking not running him down. When he didn't text or call for a month, I never texted, I never called. So I did absolutely nothing other than being myself. I was who I was. I was who he wanted. He was who he was, and he was who I wanted. My husband didn't have to do anything for me to marry him. We've been married 10 years. He's still doing what he was doing. I'm still being who I was. I'm still a good mom. I'm still a good woman. I'm still a good homemaker. I still stay home with my kids. I'm not an Instagram model. I'm not out here sticking my ass out, twerking on the TV. I'm not running in and out of my house. Anybody running in and out of my house. When my husband leaves, he knows I'm home with our children. I'm not financially abusing. I'm not shopping, spending all his money. I have multiplied our money. Because of me, we have crossed this financial milestone that he told me I would have never been able to do it without you. So he didn't marry me because I would become good with money. I was good with money. I was investing. I was saving. I was paying off my student loans. I was preparing to buy my home. So a lot of women are trying to figure out, how can I become what he wants? Just walk away. You're not it. Because then you're going, you remember that movie, I keep forgetting the name, but the girl couldn't cook and her friend was cooking and the boyfriend thought she was the one that was cooking. Then they got engaged and she was like, well, how am I going to cook? Because she was faking being a cook. That is not who you are. And the reason why a lot of women are 10 years a girlfriend is because you're trying to become who he wants, but you are not who he wants. Because if you were, he would have married you. And y'all too dumb and stupid to realize he don't want you, girl. He wasting your time. Pack your bags and leave. So I didn't do anything, Tommy, other than being who I was. I am the same woman. I still love my kids. I still love being home. I still protect my kids. My little boy is 8. He ain't never been to no babysitter. I'm not leaving my kids going nowhere. I'm still good with money. I'm still saving. I'm still investing. I'm still multiplying our money. I am still a virtuous woman. I am still a modest woman. You will not find my ass cheeks out here on social media or my nipples. You will not hear that my kids is left all over at people's house so I could go on a girls' trip and have a girls' night out. That's not who I am. You will never hear I took all of our money and go spend it shopping, buying 12,000 purse. No, baby, that's a little Michael's college fund and our Roth IRA. So what did I do? I was who I was, and I was what who he's looking for. And this is why I tell women, are you the man you want? In my husband profile course, that will not be teaching this year, but next year. The man you want, are you who he wants? You want a high value man, and yes, Black people, high value includes money. He can't, in the true definition of the word, the term high value, he cannot be a high value man if he ain't got no money. He broke. But it doesn't mean because he has money means he's high value. Because there are 6 or 7 factors that makes up the high value man. But since y'all like to get in your feelings, I have another one. Net worth. How much are you worth? Meaning your worth minus your debts. How much is that? I have another one. Network. Who can you call in California, DC, Florida, LA, Chicago, and say, I'm sending so-and-so over there. They need a job. Who can you call? You're not high value. Not in the true definition of the term high value. So all of y'all delusional, we talk about, oh, he's a kind soul, but he broke. He can't put food on the table. You can't send your kids to college. In the true definition of high value, he's not. Value, money, value. Took our jeweler months to find, and he still ain't find the diamond, the ruby my husband want. Value. Don't put this with no Walmart ring. Let me give you another example, and then I'm gonna go because my session starts at 6 o'clock. Middle class and upper middle class. Middle class and upper middle class are not the same. So you can be sweet and kind and keep a clean house, and your house could be as cute as possibly. But if you don't have the money, you're not considered upper middle class. But another thing, just be who you are. Perfect who you are. In my book, 23 Types of Guys, I didn't write about a high value man because at that time I didn't know the term. I think I wrote about high quality. And the Bible talks about a good man. It didn't say high value. It says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So that means if you're broke, busted, disgusted, and you are not leaving an inheritance that includes money. So, oh, I'm leaving my faith. No, money, you're not a good person. Oh, I'm leaving my faith. Oh, 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 leaving the inheritance doesn't mean money. Only black people say that foolishness. No, it means money. Read the Bible. Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, come on. Joseph, father of the Lord Jesus Christ, you know, the Jesus y'all think is broke, and he was a carpenter's son. His daddy left him a carpenter business. I have to go, child. So, Tommy, thank you for. I think that was an excellent question. And I think that gets a lot of women in trouble because you're trying to jump through hoops to get that man to marry you. And you're not the one. You're not who he is. So, ladies, the man you want to attract, the Boaz you want, are you the woman he wants? I was reading some the other day, a woman talk about she trying to delete her social media because she was low vibrating or whatever, and ratchet and carrying on, and she trying to change and get some type of man. That's who she is. Once you put it on the internet, that's it. Don't put it out there if you're not ready to defend it. I have to go. I love you. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Remember, please, I need reviews on Amazon. I just need 3 more to get to 200. They're trying to hold me back. Love you. Bye.